pretty sure it's my thumbnail. Anyway. Not since Hit Girl has a little girl been so badass. Hi, everyone.
What can I say? I like playing with my food.
Boy, does she. So, hi, everybody. Right, I'm reviewing this. Hi, everybody. It's me, Grant the Movie and TV Guy. Welcome to Raise the Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today, me and my buddy Luke here, who is feeling a little under the weather, so he's not going to show his face, are here to talk about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is Abigail. Abigail. Dun, dun, dun. So Abigail is directed by Radio Silence. They are made up of Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette. Is that correct?
I think it's Tyler Gillett, if I remember correctly.
Tyler Gillett, okay. Who previously did Devil's Due, which is underrated. Ready or Not, which is their best movie. And Scream 6. Scream 2022, that is. And they have now exited that franchise. And so has their leading lady. Not through any of her choices, but because she spoke out against, horribleness and got in trouble for it. But that's okay. She's here in this movie. And it is co-written by one of the co-writers of Ready or Not, which it's weirdly similar to. So what is Abigail about? Well, the film centers on a group of thieves, burglars, people who are in dire straits, who are hired by their shadowy sort of head honcho, played by Giancarlo Esposito, to abduct and bring to a safe house while abducting the young daughter who's a ballerina, named Abigail, played by the terrific child actor Alicia Weir, to basically hold her for ransom of her very wealthy father. And things seem okay. Yes, she seems to be a normal little girl, scared out of her wits, and she quickly bonds with one of the members known under the pseudonym Joey, played by Melissa Barrera, who sort of sees a bit of a sort of what's the word? Well, she has a child. She has a child that, because of choices in her own life, have led her to be estranged from that child, who's around the age of this little girl, and sort of kind of bonds with her. And everything seems to be going okay, but then something happens. It turns out mysterious things begin to happen in this house. They're locked in. And the stoner weirdo guy, played by the late Angus Cloud, rest in peace, Angus Cloud, ends up meeting an unfortunate end. What's going to happen? Well, it turns out it's a ballerina vampire. Good old Abigail is not quite a little girl necessarily, and is also not all that innocent. And very soon, she's not locked up with them; they're locked up with her. Let the mayhem begin. So, Abigail, Luke, I'm going to tell you something right now. I love you to death. You better have liked this movie.
I didn't just like it. I fucking loved it.
Yes! I was scared because I was like, damn it, if this is the movie that Ponto says, I don't know, it was disappointing, I'm gonna lose my mind. Dude, this movie is probably, I'm gonna be real about it, it's probably the weakest Radio Silence movie. That being said, it's still great. Oh my god, I loved Abigail so much. I loved this movie. I thought this movie was hilarious. I thought it was frightening. Gory. Dude, this is a record for fake blood. Does it not? Oh my god. And
I mean, it's literally reason for gore throughout, and the rating reason for why it's rated R. So I'm like, so when I saw that, I was like, give me a freaking bloodbath.
This whole movie, the cast is great. We didn't even mention Catherine Newton, a friend of the channel, Catherine Newton. Hi, Catherine Newton. In her second awesome horror B-movie role in, like, as many months. Like, wow, Catherine Newton, good job. Awesomeness. Yeah.
And then we got probably my favorite performance of the movie, Dan Stevens.
Dan Stevens was great. However, I have to point this out. Dan Stevens is great. Dan Stevens is always great. Even in turds like Godzilla Kong. There, I said it. He's good. He's always good. Melissa Barrera, awesome. Always. And she's my wife. You can't have her, Ponto. Got some good side performances from character actors. Again, Angus Cloud, rest in peace. Will Catlett has some good work. Kevin Durant, really liked him in this as sort of the dumb, kind of big Quebec
muscle-bound dude.
Yeah, but okay, Catherine Newton, I'll have to say this, beyond everything else, has the best scene of the year so far in horror. Oh my god, the freaking dance scene.
Oh.
And what comes of that dance scene? The dance scene / let's just say that Abigail has some special talents that she uses to influence people. And oh my god. It's like the best.
That is some wild shit.
That's some Ex Machina level good out of nowhere dance scene. Like, oh my god, that's amazing. Well, that the headless dance too, which is, great. But here's the thing.
Headless dance, dude. Like
beyond everything else, though, and beyond everything else that's great about it, the sort of bottle episode nature of it, similar to Ready or Not, the fact that everything's there. This movie, as good as everybody else is, lives and dies by its monster. Alicia Weir.
Oh my dude, she was so good in this.
This kid is a fucking movie star. Oh my god.
Yes.
Dude, Matilda the musical introduced me to this child. She was great in that movie. She also was really strong recently in the really kind of underrated British comedy, Wicked Little Letters. She played like the daughter of Jessie Buckley. This movie, if those two movies were really terrific, this movie solidifies it. This kid is the next Dakota Fanning level, like, good kid actor. Oh my god, this kid. She is going to have a long career ahead of her. This is a crucial role in this movie, because she has to basically do such a good job of the first half of this movie. And I'll say this, the vampire thing comes in the second half more. The first half of this movie, you have to kind of buy that this little girl is an innocent little girl. You have to kind of buy that she is scared out of her wits and she's not in control of the situation. And she pulls that off. She has a really adorable little kid face, scared little kid face. And then when all is revealed that she's not as innocent as it seems, she is a beast from hell, dancing, cursing like a sailor, going ham on everybody, and literally eating people like ham. And this kid, and she pulls both those sides of her personality off. It's amazing. It's mesmerizing, this kid.
And there's actually some of the dance scenes that she actually did by herself.
Right!
Like, she didn't even need a stunt double. Like,
the running on the banister scene, apparently she really did. Which, like...
yeah. Like...
Dude, this 11-year-old is, like, showing up everybody. Like, holy shit. And she's hilarious, and she's a great villain. You like her as a villain. She's intimidating, she's creepy. The fact that she's a little girl, you almost forget it after a while. She's so good at being so cunning and conniving and scary that you kind of buy it. This movie, I loved this movie. I thought it was amazing. I thought the stuff with Angus Cloud and Catherine Newton was hilarious, where he clearly thinks that she has the hots for him and she's not having it, and he keeps, like, pranking her, and her reactions are funny. All that's
Get the fuck out!
Dan Stevens playing the douchiest douchebag Boston dude who ever douchebag. He's your cousin from Boston if he was a sociopath, basically.
I honestly cannot lie to you. Like, I know the movie's not out yet, but I don't know why, but, like, the look of Dan Stevens is making me think of the look of Glenn Powell in the upcoming Hitman.
Dude, right?
I was getting vibes of that, and I was like, wait, is Dan Stevens like? It'd be funny if Dan Stevens was like, hey, I'm actually Glenn Powell.
Like, the summer movie season is on its way, and I gotta say, of my most anticipated summer list, Hitman is on there. I'm really looking forward to Hitman.
Like seriously, I could not stop thinking of Glenn Powell. Like when I saw Dan Stevens like with the glasses on, I was like,
Yeah.
"This is so Glenn Powell, dude." Like,
And the thing that I loved about this movie is the movie. What I love about Radio Silence as a collective too, and it's the way I feel about Devil's Due as well, which I actually think is underrated. What I like about their style of filmmaking is that they acknowledge the tropes that that they're trafficking in, and they acknowledge the stupidity of the characters in these movies. They acknowledge it. The movie, a lot of what befalls the characters in this movie are one of two things. Either they're the dumb as a box of rocks, and the other is smarter characters acknowledge it, or they're smart, but the little girl is unpredictable and fast. That is literally
it's all of which way. Like,
yeah. It's also a movie that's almost 2 hours and feels like it's over in an hour. It has such a great pace to it. You're totally involved in it. There's no point in this movie where it really started to drag for me at all. Like, genuinely.
Yeah.
And it's almost too... You know what? It's going to be a weird comparison. It's very much like Hundreds of Beavers. It's about as long as Hundreds of Beavers, and it's a premise that you think, oh, this might be interesting for a little while, and then it finds a way to be at almost 2 hours and still be creative and fun and interesting. And man, what a good week for movies. This makes me all the more worried that Rebel Moon is going to really suck. Because this weekend...
all I can say is
yeah,
good luck,
I know.
buddy.
You hated it.
No, like, I didn't hate it, but it wasn't good. Like, let me just say that. I didn't hate it.
Is it at least better than part one? Dear God.
Not by much.
But it is a little bit.
It's a little bit better, not by much.
Is it still unwatchable like the first one was, or is it slightly closer to watchable than the first one was?
I thought it was a little bit, like, at least a little bit more watchable because there's actually some really good action.
Yeah, like, the shit finally actually happened in this movie. Like, even, like...
Oh, I'm not going to say anything. Just you wait and see.
I feel like Zack Snyder he used to be an interesting filmmaker. I just have a weird feeling that post, and I liked Army of the Dead fine, but I feel like post Snyder Cut, I think he's getting a little too high on the supply that is Zack Snyder, and I kind of hope he just calms down a little bit.
I think it's just Netflix that's just overtaking him right now. Like,
and it's like, and then people are saying like, oh, you got to watch the director's cuts. I'm like, yeah, but the difference is that when a director's cut to a bad movie works, it's when the bad movie is bad because there's things of merit in there and it's not enough. Whereas when a movie is unwatchable, I'm not going to watch another hour of it. That's a waste of time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that to me is release a good movie to begin with, so we don't have to rely on waiting for the director. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
So, especially when you have as much control as Netflix clearly gave him, which is like
when they clearly didn't give him enough control.
Yeah. Well,
like, if you really think about like with what they did with part one and now part two, it's like they're clearly not giving him enough control.
No, they are. They're giving him too much. That's the thing that bothers me about that's a downside to the Netflix thing, is that Netflix lets you make the movie you want to make, and when it's something really good, that's a good thing, and when it's not, it's you're indulging somebody's, whatever. It's fine. Like, but it's just like But anyway, back to the good movie. So, Abigail's great. Go see it. Also, go see The People's Joker. And hey, while you're at it, if you find it on streaming, watch Hundreds of Beavers. They're all really good. It's gonna
go, or if you can tell by the picture on the screen, or the movie that I also watched beforehand, go see The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Dude, I was gonna ask you what you thought of that, because I got to see it early, long before there was like a Rotten Tomatoes rating for it, and I thought, man, I'm going to enjoy this. I enjoyed this, and I just have a feeling that people are going to generally not like it. And it's getting kind of good reviews for Guy Ritchie. Like, it's kind of surprising.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I didn't love it like I wanted to. I did really enjoy it, though. Like, I wanted to love it so badly.
I didn't love it necessarily, but I liked it an awful lot.
I thought the second act dragged, dude. It was seriously dragging.
I just Henry Cavill can he only be in Guy Ritchie movies from now on? Guy Ritchie or Mission Impossible movie? Like, he seems to be in his element with him, you know?
Yeah, but can you at least give me this though? When it came to Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, can you give me this? It did start to get a little bit convoluted.
I think that there's I don't. It's not as much that I think it's convoluted. I think I think it's more like in the middle there was a little bit they could have shaved off of this and that to make it a little breezier than it was.
Well, the reason why I'm saying it's convoluted is because they kept jumping back and forth to certain things, and there's just being
that's Guy Ritchie.
Like so many things like shoved at you.
But that's Guy Ritchie. I mean, he does the non-linear.
I mean, yeah, but it was this one where I thought it was starting to be a little bit too much. Like,
but my thing with Guy Ritchie movies, like a lot of them are really convoluted, and my thing is just like, don't try to understand it, just feel it, be in the vibe of it. Like The Gentleman, when you really break that movie down, I love that movie. It makes no goddamn sense. The way the plot happens doesn't make a lot of sense. It's really convoluted, but the dialogue is so good and the vibe is so good that you're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. I'll try to understand what I can with it, you know?
I don't know. Maybe a rewatch might do the trick, but it's...
Yeah.
And also, I think it's what... Can you also agree with me on this? It is way too similar to Inglourious Bastards.
It is, but
it's just Inglourious Bastards, Guy Ritchie style. Like,
it is Inglourious. It's Lock, Stock. It's Inglourious Lock, Stock is my joke name for it. But my thing is this, though. I give this a little bit more slack on that department because it is technically based on real events, whereas Inglourious Bastards is totally fiction. Again, Inglourious Bastards is a better movie, but
a much better movie at that.
Much better movie, but I still really liked this. Inglourious Bastards is great. This is just very good, but I thought it was very good. Anyway,
but again, though,
yeah,
that's just what I felt about it.
I got you. Well, and it's a good movie. I mean, it's not a masterpiece. I acknowledge it's not a masterpiece, but I enjoyed it. It's not as good as Abigail. Abigail's great. Abigail is awesome. But yeah, Abigail is indeed awesome. And Luke, finger guns, you ready?
Hold on, I'll do this for. I don't know if you're not. Hold on. I'll do just for one exception. 1 second.
Bang! 5 out of 5 stars plus. I love this movie. This movie, it's not going to be high on my best of list, but it's going to be on it, or at least runner up. I mean, it's pretty great.
It's definitely going to be on my list for sure.
I'll tell you right now. You know what's still my number one is Late Night with the Devil. It's my number one.
As for right now, that one is tied with Immaculate for favorite horror movie.
But
that one's tied.
Yeah, Immaculate.
But as of right now, the only two that are beating it right now, that are beating Immaculate and Late Night with the Devil, are Dune Part 2 and Civil War. Those are the only two that are beating it for me.
I loved Civil War, but it's low on my list right now, not because I acknowledge I loved Civil War was fantastic. It's a movie that I will not watch again for a while. And that's why it gets a little lower.
I only want to watch it again for the gorgeous cinematography.
Well, yeah. But then also if they ever re-release it in IMAX down the line, oh hell yeah, I'll see it again in IMAX. But like that, and then Dune Part 2, I think is still my number 2. Beaten only by Late Night. Yeah, it is. My top 10 is Love Lies Bleeding is 10, 9 is Origin, 8 is Monkey Man, 7 is The People's Joker, 6 is Hundreds of Beavers, 5 is The Taste of Things, 4 is North of Normal, which everybody needs to fucking see. It's on streaming. Perfect Days is number 3, Dune Part 2 is number 2, Late Night with Devil is 1. Right now.
Here's mine. Yeah, as of right now. Number 10, Roadhouse. Number 9, The First Omen.
Yeah, good movie.
You saw this one coming. Number 8, The Beekeeper.
I'm the beekeeper. I keep the beekeeper. Yeah, I enjoy the beekeeper.
Can you really entirely blame me for having that in my top 10 right now?
No, not at all, because it's not on my list, but I still really liked it a lot. It's an awesome movie.
I mean, hey, dude, watch along coming up in a couple weeks. So,
well, tomorrow it sucks that I have to miss it. I'm going to my sister's play, but I really want to be on there.
One on the 30th.
Yeah, the one tomorrow, the Sezume watch along. I wanted to join you guys for that one, but I have family.
But if you want to make it for the Beekeeper, dude,
I'll try. Is it streaming anywhere?
I might just buy a digital copy just to give you the code or something.
Dope. All right.
Again,
Go ahead.
I don't know, but again, I will figure that out myself. So
It's not on Amazon yet. I'm kind of surprised.
No, it sometimes takes a while for some of these movies to actually get on there. Okay, so 10 through 8 were my 4.5s.
Mm-hmm.
My 7 through 1 are my current 5-star right now, and again, I'm trying to cut back on it because I feel like I've been giving a bit too much of those last year. So, again, I know it's my opinion and all, but it's like I really want to cut back on that a little bit.
The Beekeeper is on MGM Plus, which I have.
Okay, good.
Sweet.
Okay, so yeah, you should be fine then.
Yeah.
Number 7 is Lisa Frankenstein.
Hell yeah, Lisa Frankenstein.
Number 6, Abigail.
Dope. Oh, you put them together for. Oh, you did.
No. Hold on. As of right now, it's my number 6. It's like I'm thinking about it right now, and it's probably gonna go up.
Well, but see, I thought you were doing that to be cute because they both had Catherine Newton, in the same way that I put Anatomy of a Fall and The Zone of Interest back to back on my best of the year list this year or last year because they both had Sandra Hüller.
No. Not to be confused with that, there, buddy. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, it's probably going to go up later on because I am still thinking about it.
God, it's so good. I haven't placed it yet, but I'm going to.
Number 5. Hey, Grant. Blessings from my mother. Monkey Man.
Monkey Man!
Can I tell you this though, dude?
Oh, God,
I thought for sure that was going to be my number 1. Like,
dude, the fact that it's only my number 8 shows how good of a year it already is for movies in April.
It's again, maybe a rewatch might do the trick. Who knows?
It might go up. I mean,
because I am probably going to do a watch along down the line for Monkey Man. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I kind of have to, honestly. Like, it's so good.
I've already seen it twice. I might as well see it again.
I wish I could have saw it again. My theater already pulled it.
My theater still it, but it's only showing like once a day.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, number 4, Late Night with the Devil.
That's only your number 4?
But again, it's tied right now. Like because number 3 is Immaculate. These two could switch.
Okay, but here's the thing, Luke. I loved Immaculate. Do not get me wrong. It is I saw it I think the day before I saw Later. I said, I don't think I'll see a better horror movie this year. And then the next day I said, I think I spoke too soon. And that's not to say that Immaculate's my number 20. So, for context, Lisa Frankenstein's my number 23. Oh, and also I was cute. I put Immaculate in The First Omen at 20 and 21. Because they're the same movie, kind of.
I just look, even though I love Late Night with the Devil,
God,
do not get me wrong.
I already watched it again today, just for shits and giggles.
I mean, I can't blame you, but I'm just saying, please do not get me wrong on this because they're both awesome. I thought Immaculate was a little bit more ballsy.
Can you give me this, at least? And all respect to Sydney Sweeney, she was fantastic. The better performance was David Dastmalchian on acting alone.
I can give you that. It's just I think Immaculate was a bit more ballsy with what they were trying to do. So
I agree to an extent, but I also want to point out, speaking of young actresses that have a bright future ahead of her, Ingrid Torelli from fucking Late Night with the Devil, man, holy shit!
Oh yes,
she was terrific.
But again, I'm gonna rewatch Late Night with the Devil and maybe see if that goes up. Who knows?
You also, when it's available to you, I don't know what streaming services in Atlanta, you have to watch The People's Joker and Hundreds of Beavers. I think you'll like them. They're very.
I'm gonna try to watch Hundreds of Beavers because I know it's on Apple, so I'll check it out.
Also, it's on Apple at a discount. It's typically $9.99 to rent. It's only like $5 for this week, I think, for the first week. So it's not terrible.
So yeah, but I spent $15 to buy Late Night with the Devil. So.
Oh, that's right. You don't have Shudder. That's right. Okay.
And I spent $20 to buy Immaculate. So
Well, honestly, I thought, maybe Hundreds of Beavers I'm going to keep. So I actually bought Hundreds of Beavers for 20. So I'm kind of glad because now I own it. I really like it.
yeah, now I can just watch Immaculate and Late Night with the Devil whenever I want. So
It's too bad you don't
I
live
mean,
near me. We could have a movie night and watch Hundreds of Beavers.
I know, but
Yeah.
I actually even watched Late Night with the Devil while I was at work. So
It's
that
so
actually,
good.
yeah,
It's
so that
so
actually kind of helped out.
God, and real quick before we move on, I just have to point out. So I saw Late Night with the Devil twice in theaters. The second was with Ryan. We saw Monkey Man the second time the same day. This is the first time for him for both. He liked Monkey Man. He was kind of lukewarm on it though. But when we saw Late Night with the Devil, when the ending happened, I turned to him, and when it cut to black and it rolled credits, I turned to him, and he was like this, and I went, "Hey, Rye." He was like, "Ryan, what'd you think?" He's just like, "What the fuck?" And I'm just like, "What'd you think?" And he goes, "I mean, it was great, but seriously, what the fuck?" It's like, "Didn't I tell you it was awesome?" He goes, "It was awesome, but what the fuck?"
Yeah, but my number two, my number one. Number two is Dune Part 2. Number one is Civil War. So
And again, I don't want to seem like I love Civil War. And I not only love it as a movie, I love it as a work of speculative fiction that isn't all that speculative. Like I really think it's an important movie for people to see. But I just think, man, it's a rough movie. At least for me.
I know it is, but it's like
it was so good though. It was.
Like that's a movie that just kept me on the edge of my seat and gave me cold chills the entire time.
It was, dude, all I could think about watching that movie was, oh my god, January 6th. It just looks like it. And then you get to that ending and just how cold that ending is. It's, oh my god, Civil War was fit. Alex Garland is a goddamn genius. Can we agree on that as well?
That's pretty obvious.
I'm sorry, Mike, you're wrong. Watch his movies again, bro. Alex Garland is all that. You know how I know this? I just watched Ex Machina on the big screen for the first time in almost a decade. I've seen it on home video, in IMAX no less. That movie still looks like it could have come out today. It's that good.
So good.
That's a great movie. And
that's actually a scary movie right there, dude. Like,
it's scary in an existential way, which is almost worse than any real horror movie. Like, the ending of that movie is just cold-blooded.
Yeah, just absolutely cold.
Did you hear that apparently they're doing a sequel series to The Office and Domhnall Gleeson is going to be the lead? I wonder what that's going to entail.
I'm not really interested in talking about it. Let's just move on.
Yeah. All right. So.
But trailer trash.
Yeah, let's get to. That's right. We're reviewing a movie. Our mistake.
Yeah, but is it okay if I do both for what I saw today?
For Abigail. Also, if you have an IMAX theater, I know it's short, but it's okay. You can see Abigail afterwards. Go watch Deep Sky too. It's only 40 minutes, but man, it's beautiful imagery in that movie.
Yeah, but I was asking you if I could do both for Ungentlemanly Warfare and Abigail, since I saw them both today.
And you also don't get a lot of trailers, do you?
I get 3 trailers each movie. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Ungentlemanly Warfare, Borderlands. I'm fucking pumped for that movie.
Honestly,
that looks so
people
fun.
are giving Borderlands shit. I think it looks like fun. Like,
I can't do it when you're looking at me.
All right.
No, it's actually working. Keep looking at me. Keep looking at me.
It's time to make it rain with your body parts. Yeah, that looks like fun. I want to see it. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Grant.
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
It's in my mouth. Yeah.
No, she was like minimal explosions.
God, I hate this planet. Anyway, go ahead.
Wait, what's that smell?
It's pee.
Why do you think it's called piss wash? Yeah. How to get the name?
Okay, so what was the one before Borderlands?
No, that was the first one.
Oh, it's the first one. Okay, go ahead.
Next was The Strangers Chapter 1. Looks okay. Like,
Honestly, it doesn't. I don't think it looks. It looks like even if it turns out like it's gonna suck, it's probably gonna be the best Rennie Harlan movie in 30 years by default.
I just hope it's better than Pray at Night. So
I didn't. Now, see,
I hated that movie. I'm sorry.
It's not the first one, but I kind of liked Pray at Night for its kind of sense of humor. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it.
The characters just infuriate me with that movie. Like, they're even
Yeah.
dumber than the ones in the first one.
Well, I think the issue with that one is that it was also a much later sequel to one of I think the best horror films ever. Quite frankly, like the original The Strangers is fantastic.
Why are you doing this?
Because in the original it's because you're home, but they say because you're here.
That's right. And then Deadpool and Wolverine, it looks good. I'm not like jumping up and down for it, but it looks good. Like,
start jumping up and down, Ponto. That movie looks fucking awesome.
I'm just not as pumped for it as everybody else is, to be honest.
Come on, that last bit.
It's gonna be like look. I think it's gonna be fun. Let me just say this. I think it's gonna be good. Again, I'm just not like pumped for it. Like, say, Alien Romulus or Twisters or Borderlands, in my opinion.
I'm looking forward to Alien Romulus and Twisters. Deadpool and Wolverine is my most anticipated movie of the summer, and a lot of it is because
I have to give that. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I'm giving that to Twisters.
Twisters, no, I'm excited for Twisters, but I gotta acknowledge first off, the first two Deadpool movies are great, so that's a good thing to go off of. Secondly, don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a boost up. I'm good. It's funny.
Like, that was pretty funny, but at the same time, like, I just hope I don't see that trailer too many times. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna start losing interest.
Luke, you're gonna see Deadpool and Wolverine.
I know I'm gonna see it, but again, I'm just not gonna be like as excited for it. Like,
don't turn into Eric MacArthur, Ponto. We already have one, and all we need is one, Eric MacArthur. Everything that's Marvel sucks now because I woke up one morning and thought that Marvel sucked now, even though I liked it at first.
I'm just look, I don't think Marvel sucks. I'm just starting to get burnt out. Like,
but here's the thing. I understand that. I think this is going to give it the kick in the ass it needs, quite frankly. I'm excited for this movie.
Again, keeping my expectations tempered at best. So,
but here's the thing: Sean Levy, solid director. Ryan Reynolds, great in the role. It has all it's an actual direct sequel to the first two that also integrates him in the universe. Hugh is back. I think it's gonna rock. I really do. I think it's gonna be fun. But anyway,
I hope it does. But again,
also, did you notice the one background joke? I don't know if you did. It was pretty clever, I have to say. Because I saw it in IMAX not long ago. When he gets injured and they have that scene with Wolverine's silhouette, right?
Yeah.
You know what he lands on? You can only barely make it out. First off, it's a Planet of the Apes joke because it's buried in the sand. It's the 20th Century Fox searchlight.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty great that he basically destroyed 20th Century. That's kind of hilarious.
Yep.
Also, pegging isn't new for me. What is it? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
I love that.
It's Deadpool. I'm excited. I can't. But then again, I'm a massive Deadpool junkie. I love Deadpool as a character.
Okay, now I'll go to the ones for Abigail.
Oh, all right. Okay, go ahead.
So, Back to Black looks pretty good. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just not pumped for it. I mean, it looks fine.
I love Amy Winehouse. It's already premiered in England, and it's gotten negative reviews, and a lot of it is that they make two characters who in real life were not sympathetic to do the cliched biopic thing, and that's a bummer, because if you know the actual story of Amy Winehouse, like the documentary Amy, that is one of the most heartbreaking, tragic people in the history of music, and to turn it into some whitewashed, stupid thing is disappointing, because I love Amy Winehouse, and I love her music, and it really comes from a deep place. And it seems like this is just going through I feel like Weird the Al Yankovic story made it so that it's impossible to take any movies in this genre seriously anymore, even the good ones. Like, and Walk Hard should have done it, 15 years ago, but that movie didn't do as well as it should have. That movie's awesome. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. But
yeah. And then the Bike Riders. Now this one I'm hyped for, dude.
That's also on my most anticipated summer list because, okay, what does it have? It has Jodie Comer. You got Austin Butler. You got Tom Hardy. You got
Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon. You got Damon Harriman. You got late 60s rock music, motorcycles, and it's directed by Jeff Nichols. You might as well.
Oh yeah. You also want to know who's also in it? You also want to know who else is in it? That's also in another movie coming out next week.
Yeah.
Mike Faist. Mike Faist is in it.
Is he in the Bike Riders? Really?
Yeah, I looked at the cast list. He's in it.
By the way, I just got my ticket for Challengers. I cannot wait for fucking Challengers. Luca Guadagnino, baby, let's go. I'm seeing
it next Friday.
I'm seeing it, and I might be seeing Boy Kills World on Monday because it's very likely going to be the AMC screen unseen.
You never know. And
but
then
honestly, I can't wait for Boy Kills World. That looks awesome too.
And then last but certainly not least, Speak No Evil.
Oh, I didn't get the trailer for that, but I saw that. Here's the thing: it looks really good and has a good cast.
I'm just worried right now. I'm just worried about Blumhouse right now because their last two films were dog shit.
Me too. That, and also it's an unnecessary English language remake of a really terrific foreign horror film. And it looks like it's just going to be.
That's why I'm worried. Is because of Blumhouse's latest track record with their last two films.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, oh god.
But the thing is,
hold on a second.
Yeah.
It's from the same guy that directed The Woman in Black and Eden Lake.
Yeah, that's good credentials. Oh, and he also directed the best episode of Black Mirror. Yes, it is. Fuck you, haters. Shut up and dance.
Okay, then. Okay, I have a little bit more faith in it, but again, it's just because of Blumhouse's involvement. I'm still worried.
They got Mackenzie Davis. They got James McAvoy, Ailing, Francisco, Franchuzzi, whatever her name is.
Scoop McNairy.
Scoop McNairy. Yeah, it's a good cast. My only thing is this. Without giving away, the original Speak No Evil is one of those movies that is so existentially dreadful that Americans couldn't really make it because it's so bleak and it's so disturbing and it's so, not even in a violent sort of way, but just in a, you leave the theater going like, oh my god, human beings suck, right? And I'm just worried they're going to Americanize it and they're going to have like an action climax and it's going to lose the punch of the original. When they remake movies like this, it's really hard to pull off, you know?
Yeah, I get that, but
let's hope let's hope it surprises. I hope so.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll just do mine for Abigail because I have.
You always get more than I do, so.
I also saw it in Dolby. In Dolby, they show a lot of trailers, along with the I'm guessing AI generated endlessly long AMC ad they have now, plus Nicole Kidman, plus
obviously.
That ridiculous one where the dude, they're doing a Step Up parody with the two couple on a date, and it just looks like they're dancing like they really need to take a shit. It doesn't look like Step Up at all. No, I'm not kidding you. The guy's going like this, and she's just like, I'm just like, do you guys need to eat some colon blow and put some more fiber in there? Like, you guys having stomach problems? Like, it's okay. Just.
The hell? All right,
just
go ahead.
Okay, so I got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Got to get to see it early. Seen it on May 8th. It's not going to be as good as War, but you know what? It probably will still.
I might be seeing it while I'm again not confident on it. I might be seeing it while I'm on vacation.
Dope. I also got The Strangers Chapter 1. Again, it looks good. I'm glad
but at the same time, it looks like copy and paste of the original.
It does, but at least it's a prequel, so I kind of give it, again, a little bit of slack.
Yeah. I'll give it a pass for that. But again, though,
But
just
also,
don't.
it's nice that Madeline Pesh is still getting work after Riverdale. That's nice to know. She was one of the high points of that show. So,
There you go.
speaking of horror movies that do look really lame, Tarot. This looks so fucking. Even Jacob Batalon doesn't look like he's having fun in this. This just looks terrible. If you want to see, it looks like generic ass. It looks like Truth or Dare, quite honestly.
But
if you want to.
Let me just say this though. Let me just say this about it. I think the concept is cool.
Concept's cool, and I think the monsters look kind of cool. But the rest of it just seems like I'm just getting a vibe from this movie. I'm like, is this going to be like Separation, where they have a couple of cool creature designs, but the rest of it is like a boring, hilariously generic horror film? You know what I mean? Like, or imaginary.
I mean, I might. Again, I don't know. Might be seeing a double bill with the Fall Guy. I do not know what I'm going to do. So.
Well, I'll tell you this much: I'm seeing the Fall Guy first. I'm seeing that early, also. I'm going to the early access of that.
But yeah, I think I'll just get that one. I think I'm just going to get that one out of the way before I see the Fall Guy. I'll save the best one for last.
Yeah, I'd rather.
Kind of what I've been. That's kind of what I've been doing for my double features. Like I saw the first Omen first, and then saw Monkey Man, which was better, and then
I do the opposite. I like to have my pudding before I eat my broccoli. You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
And sometimes you're surprised that you get double pudding. Look at the first Omen. I thought that was going to be broccoli after Monkey Man. It turned out to be pudding. You know, so who knows? But.
And then I got two puddings once again. So.
Yeah. So Tarot, yeah, it looks dumb, but you know what? If you want to watch a really underrated show, thing that Jacob Batalon is on that's not Spider-Man, there's a show, I think it's streaming on Peacock right now, the first season. It's coming back soon for its second season. Reginald the Vampire. Great.
If you want to also watch a different movie that Jacob Batalon is in that's not Spider-Man, go check out Bloodfest. That was pretty fun.
Bloodfest? I've never heard of Bloodfest.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't. I'll have to look into that.
I'll send you a pic. I'll send you a pic of that because I have it on Blu-ray. So.
Oh, okay. Back to Black.
Yeah.
I'm worried about it. I think the lead actress is going to be really good, but it's Amy Winehouse, and I really don't want them to mess with it. I don't want Amy Winehouse to be turned into this generic, the wrong son died kind of take on her life, because I think that's, what's the point in that? Like, okay, it's not impossible to make an interesting movie out of people who are interesting. Just be honest about it. You know what I mean? And maybe don't make a movie that's certified by the people who are close to the person. You know what I mean? I'm going to be real about it.
Yeah.
Because that just causes, problems, ethical problems when you're making a movie like that. Anyway, The Watchers, it looks good, but it's not technically Shyamalan, but it's his Spawn, so who knows? I like that Dakota Fanning's getting work again. But
yeah.
A Quiet Place Day One, another movie on the most anticipated of the summer list.
Of course, dude. It looks amazing.
It does look amazing. And Michael Sarnowski, come on, bro. Pig.
Yeah.
The Mummy, 25th anniversary. Hell yeah, The Mummy. The Mummy, not that Tom Cruise bullshit. Brendan motherfucking Fraser and Rachel motherfucking Weisz, son.
So fun.
You mustn't read from the book! Yeah, let's go. And then The Fall Guy.
We talked about that. I'm just a stunt guy!
I never forget a fist. It's not what I meant.
Let's just keep it.
Can Ryan Gosling just be in everything forever and always, ever, including a live-action Beavis and Butthead movie? Please, dear God. Have you seen that skit of him and I think it's Mikey Day and they're Beavis and Butthead, and clearly Heidi Gardner didn't know that they were in costume, that they were in full makeup, and she turns around and she breaks so fucking hard. It was so funny. Like
blameless.
Hey, I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
Excuse me, sir. You need to leave. Are you threatening me? I come from Titicaca. Anyway.
Yep.
I love Beavis and Butthead. Anyway, so yeah, and then was there shawarma? Kind of. There's a audio clip. There's a laugh at the end. There's like a Pennywise-esque laugh at the end of the credits. So,
but other than that, no, there's not.
No, there's not. But there's no scene. Although there is.
Like I think that's what you should like. That's what you. I know that's what you mean by shawarma is that there's a credit scene or anything like that, which there isn't. So
there isn't, but there's something. I mean, even if it's like okay. But also, it's not technically the credits, but there is kind of a lovely little, at the very end, there's a lovely little tribute to Angus Cloud that I thought was really sweet.
Rest in peace. And also, if you guys want to see another great movie with Angus Cloud, go check out Your Lucky Day.
Honestly, I didn't know who the guy was. This was, I think my introduction to him. I never watched Euphoria. I was kind of afraid to, honestly. I didn't want to be put on the list.
But, Grant, here's your task after we get off of here. Go on Netflix and search Your Lucky Day. Click play. It's so good.
Your Lucky Day. Yeah, he was in very little. Oh, I've heard of this one. Yeah, this is on my watch list. So
yeah, it premiered at Fantastic Fest last year. So.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so literally the first thing I've seen this guy in was Abigail, and the last apparently. But
yeah,
he was really good. I gotta give him props. Rest in peace, man. He was good in the movie, but. He was basically playing Post Malone in the movie, basically, but
a much more stoned out Post Malone, just saying.
No, he was like Post Malone if he took so many Xannies that he literally could barely stay awake.
That's... Oh my fucking god.
Jesus Christ. Oh wait, that's not how he died, is it? Oh shit.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry, family of Angus Cloud. Respect. Sorry. He said he died from prescription drug overdose. Fuck.
That was a little much.
Nah, I didn't mean to. My apologies. I didn't know. Anyway, I honest to God, didn't know. I wasn't trying to be an edgelord. I literally did not know. Until just now. So, also, this is not really part of Trailer Trash, but I just want to point out, fuck you guys. Transformers 1 does look cool. Fuck all. Like... That looks great. I'm sorry. I like it. I think it looks cool.
I didn't watch the trailer. Just
really?
I'll maybe wait if I've seen it at theater. Again, I'm just not like I just don't feel like there's just some trailers I just really don't feel like watching, dude. Like I'd rather just wait until either I see it in the theater or I just see the movie. Because I'm actually gonna be honest when it came to Ungentlemanly Warfare, I did not see a single trailer.
Really? That's kind of impressive, actually.
Did not watch the trailer.
Wow. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to let this guy go to bed, and I'm going to watch A Gentleman in Moscow because I have it on there from last night. By the way, speaking of, if you have not watched it, if you have Showtime on Paramount Plus, A Gentleman in Moscow with Ewan McGregor is awesome.
Go watch go watch Your Lucky Day. Please.
I will. It's on my list. I gotta get some stuff done first, though. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna call it a night. Thank you, Luke, for coming. And next time we will have tomorrow. Oh God, Rebel Moon Part 2.
The Scar Giver.
Fucking pray for me. Anyway, but
my prayers are out for you, man.
Sunday, me and possibly Ryan are gonna see Hard Miles, which is, believe it or not a movie about hardcore porn, but actually an uplifting family movie about a bunch of kids on bikes with Matthew Modine in it. And it looks kind of bad. I heard the reviews have been kind of good for it. It has that, but some of the lines in the trailer are just not funny. Like, there's one part where the dude who plays Stanley on The Office is like his boss, and he makes a line about how you gotta help the community. Like, you gotta get these boys to shape. Hoods in the woods. It's like, oh God. Jesus Christ, man. I hope that plays better in the film. I hope it's just a bad trailer. But the other movie I'm seeing, I've been looking forward to since I was in Utah, and that's Sasquatch Sunset. Woo! I'm excited.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually not even joking you. My theater's getting Unsung Hero on Wednesday. I think I might be seeing it early.
My theater's getting it Wednesday too. I'm not seeing it till Friday for one major reason. Wednesday, and only Wednesday, they're showing Hereditary in IMAX. I have to see that in IMAX and review it.
Wow, and they already got ticket sales up for the Fall Guy for me.
Yeah, do they have an early screening for that one? Because mine's on the 1st.
No early screening. They just already got ticket sales up for that.
It's
the same thing with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
I got my ticket for that. I got my ticket for the other. I also got my ticket. Is your theater going to get that Transformers 40th anniversary thing where they're going to show like the TV show, like popular episodes of the TV show with like making ofs and like interviews intercut with it?
Doubt it.
Okay, because we're getting that one. And
I don't know. I don't know what else we're gonna get, but again, I'll have to.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just taking a look really quick.
But yeah, Sasquatch Sunset, which I've heard nothing but good things about from people in the know who know me and know my weird sense of humor. It's apparently about a bunch of Sasquatches living in the wilderness and they're all fucking. I'm in.
There you go.
Oh, it's Riley Keough and Jesse Eisenberg. Because why not? Even though they have no dialogue. Yeah, this is the week of weird movies, everybody. Weird outsider art movies. And Abigail.
Right.
So we got that coming up. Monday is AMC Screen Unseen, and also Tiger, Disney Nature, Tiger. And then Tuesday is Villains Inc. I didn't know what this movie was until the other day. And it's a spin-off of a Mormon sketch comedy troupe on YouTube. And the most well-known actor in the movie is Colin Mockery from Whose Line Is It Anyway? I like Colin Mockery. I have a strange feeling the movie's gonna blow. But I like Colin Mockery. So at least he's getting paid. I hope.
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah. So we got that. Hereditary, Unsung Hero, Boy Kills World, Alien, and the Alien re-release and the Mummy re-release. So we got a lot of good. Oh, and Challengers, right?
Challengers. Can't forget about Challengers.
Yeah, which I'm seeing in Dolby unless they get an IMAX screening, and then I'm gonna swap mine for an IMAX showing. But so we got that coming out, and then the Fall Guy. Yeah, the Fall Guy's coming too.
Yeah. But yeah, so my plan is for next week. I'm going to see Unsung Hero early on Wednesday, and then go see Challengers on Friday.
Unsung Hero, I'm cautiously optimistic about. My only thing is the casting of Candace Cameron.
We'll see.
Knowing her and her politics, I find that to be a little bit suspicious that she's in this movie. But that being said, I like this, and I also know nothing about For King and Country. I am totally a noob when it comes to that. But one thing I will acknowledge, the guys who made it, like their company, they're among the better faith-based things. Like they did Ordinary Angels, so who knows? Maybe
that's why I have some confidence in it. Like,
and I loved Ordinary Angels. That's probably easily the best of this, the best post God's Not Dead Christian movie, probably. I mean that.
I think it's the best faith-based movie in general. Like,
well, but I'm saying like okay, but there's faith-based movies like biblical epics, and I'm talking like when God's Not Dead came out in 2014. Afterwards, every other week there was a shitty faith-based movie, and there would occasionally be a decent one in there. This is the best one of all of those. Like, this is, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's not only not shitty, it's genuinely good as a movie. Separate from the Christian. Yeah. So, also another really good movie that has Alan Ritchson in it. I like the guy. Good actor. I like him a lot.
I'm actually starting to really like Alan Ritchson.
I gotta say, he was one of the highlights for me of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I thought he was awesome.
I thought he was the show stealer. Like,
and also, I love that he's kind of gay coded too. That was also kind of nice.
That was fun.
That scene where he goes, "Oh, you're making me hot." Yeah, like okay.
This is a fish boat, not a speed boat.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that scene actually made me laugh quite a bit.
Also, that is easily the best movie Hero Finds Tiffin has been in. Mind you, about 80% of the movies he's been in before this were all clad after and then something in them, and we're in that franchise, but still. Although, someone did point out at my screen, and like I said, is that the best movie that Hero Finds Tiffin has been in? And he goes, oh wait, he was in The Woman King. I'm like, oh yeah, he was in The Woman King. Okay, this and the Woman King are the good ones, and then everything else has been dog shit. But he can act. It's been proven now.
There we go. We found it.
All right. Well, so yeah, that's it for now. We'll be back with all of that, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy.
I'm Luke Ponto.
And we see it all, and we're happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class Smith, 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. By the time our review is done, it'll be at the point in the movie where Abigail is a vampire. So that's great.
Yep.
So, yeah. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, do all the things. Do the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do. Leave a comment if you say, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. And if you want to find me elsewhere, or us elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find us on all our social media. I'm on literally everything. Luke is on literally most things at Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. And
I would be on Instagram at LukePonto23, Twitter, Letterboxd and Serialized at Luke Ponto, and then on TikTok at Luke the Film Buff.
Yep. And yeah, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And now I want to know down below, what did you think of Abigail? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think our opinion's good? You think we're full of shit? Especially Ponto? Comment let me know. And comment below and let us know, rather. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn.
Make mine with extra butter.
Make ours with extra butter. Thank you. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care. Peace, Luke. See you around, buddy.
See you, dude.
Bye. Bye, guys.